On a first date at Gloria's house, she said to me, "If you knew who was in my closet, you would be as excited as I am." I smiled to cover up my panic and asked her, "Who's in your closet?" She smiled, sipped on her wine, and said, "First, let's get one thing straight. You don't get to question me or know anything about me unless I want you to know." Got it? This was crazy. I met Gloria on Tinder. She was normal. Now she's not. I asked, "Is there really a person in your closet?" She glared at me and responded, "Yes, but you'll be given the appropriate information when the time is right." That made me really nervous because I started to feel like this was personal. I said, "Okay, can you at least tell me why I would be excited if I knew who was in your closet?" Which is a super weird thing to say, by the way. She snapped, "You don't get to tell me what's weird and what's not, asshole. You're not in charge." "I am," I asked. "In charge of what?" She grinned. "Of your life. Everything you say from this moment on will directly affect the rest of your life." Now I was totally confused. She continued, "I want you to tell me a little story about the time you got a DUI." I felt a chill rush up my spine. How did she know about that? "I have no idea what you're talking about." She laughed and said, "Yeah, okay, let me recount it for you. You were going about 90 down a residential street. You were hammered from being at your best friend Mike's birthday party." I cut her off. "How did you know that?" She ignored me. "You turned a corner, spun out, lost control of your car, and slammed into a pedestrian. Does any of that ring a bell?" I became defensive. "Who are you?" She leaned in and whispered, "I'm your worst effing nightmare that's already come true." I squirmed. "I did get a DUI 7 years ago, but I don't remember ever hitting any pedestrian." She pulled out a picture of a teenage girl. "Recognize her?" I didn't. "That's the person that was killed that night. She was my daughter." None of this made any sense. "The cops told me that I had hit someone, but she survived with minor injuries." She hurled her wine glass, shattered it across the wall. "Bullshit. She was killed instantly by your drunkenness." I explained, "They told me she was fine. Why would they lie to me about that?" She looked at me as if I was an idiot. "Your dad's a lawyer and he paid the cops off to stay quiet." "I know, because my dad was one of those cops that took one of his bribes." I wanted to weep, feeling awful for this woman. "I swear, if I would have known, I would have done the time myself and come clean and been honest. I am so sorry." She snapped, "You aren't even close to being sorry." "What does that mean?" She snickered and said, "You'll be sorry when you see who I have in the closet. Let's see if you can take a guess." My mind was racing. I was horrified beyond belief. "I don't know." She slammed her fist into the table. "Think long and hard. Who do I have in the closet?" Clue number 1, it's obviously someone you know. I honestly had no idea who she might know that we would have in common. It wouldn't be any of my guy friends. Is it an old girlfriend that she would have some connection to? My whole family is spread out all over, and she wouldn't have any information on them. I pleaded with her and said, "I honestly don't know. I'm so sorry about your daughter. Nothing I say can make that right, but please just tell me who you have in the closet." She took her time, enjoying seeing me in agony. Clue number 2, this person is from a different generation than you. Oh my god. Was it my dad? He's been in assisted living, and if her father's an ex-cop, he might know where he is. Is it my father? She said, "No, I wish. He was too hard to get a hold of, but it ended up being way better than your father." I was dying to know and could barely contain myself. "Just tell me who it is." She still took her time. Clue number 3, the final one. It's a girl with pigtails. My heart froze. It's my 14-year-old daughter. She swung open the closet door and I saw my daughter tied up and terrified. I untied her and Gloria said, "I just wanted you to know that I could ruin your life at any moment I choose." I called the cops. By the time they arrived, she had fled. I put out a restraining order on Gloria and still wait, to this day, for her to show up again.